うん、俺はもう準備万端だ。今の地球では星が見えない。
みんなを守る。みんなを守る。
私についてくれる。そう理科絶対に許しません。
みんなを守る。やってみせる。
時の気をつけます。私についてくれる。これくらいの痛みなら平気。
みんなを守る。やってみせる。みんなを守る。
さあ、終焉な光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。さあ、終焉な光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。抵抗即決しないと。さあ、終焉な光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。誰でもいい。貫く障害の槍。
みんなを守る。光明の結晶よ。私たちに光を与え、生まれ変わらせてください。
さあ、終焉な光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。でも絶対に許しません。
みんなを守る。
そう理科熟成絶対に許す。即戦即決しない。
みんなを守る。
Mic should be on now.
みんなを守る。人事不出。
遅すぎます。絶対に許しません。
みんなを守る。人事不出。
誰でもいい。これくらいの痛みなら平気。無駄です。
みんなを守る。
Spiritfall I haven't played much. I know they've updated it a little bit. Definitely one of the better roguelikes for sure. Just like not... I didn't really like it that
み
much.
んなを守る。
Had to check back.
やってみせる。
Probably just because I don't like Smash Brothers. That's probably the biggest factor. I don't like Smash Brothers. Oh no, the game isn't like super really a lot like Smash. So you get to the... you fight those mini-bosses, and it like actually turns into a platform fighter. It's like, it's not that much of a Smash-type platform fighter game, really. Which is probably why I can even play it at all, but I'm sure I'd like it more. So it's got like the wave dashing and stuff, and I don't know how to do any of that. Probably check it out on the kitty sitting stream sometime. Just been busy with Orochi. Been taking up all my Steam Deck time.
さあ終焉の光を与えましょう悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します絶対にみんなを守る元気に光明の結晶に私たちの光を与え生まれ変わらせて貫く障害の槍早急理解粛清回復に絶対さあ終焉の光を与えましょう悪夢の終わりをここに宣告しますさあ終焉の光を与えましょう悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します成功無駄ですさあ終焉の光を与えましょう悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します罪断部貫く障害の槍
みんなを守る光明の結晶よ私たちの光を生まれ変わらせて
さあ終焉の光を与えましょう悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します成功さあ終焉の光を与えましょう悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します罪絶対に許しません終幕です
Just doing my homework here.
とは
Then we're
言え
gonna
る
play some Wo Long because I'm actually kind of liking that game now. It's in a much better state than when I stopped playing. Yeah, they definitely improved it a lot. We still have a ways to go. The PC port is still terrible for one, but gameplay-wise, they have improved it a ton.
このコンチェルトのソリス
Way more than I thought they would. I mean, they don't have another game coming anytime soon that we know about, so I guess it's in their best interest to fix what they have. Rise of the Ronin is like their big, like, normie adjacent game, but that's not coming anytime soon. That's probably next year at the earliest. So I think they want to try to improve the sales of Wo Long.
全開部ですメヌエットの時間です
バック食らえ
私の指示に従い滅びる
どこ見てんだよ全部消えせ
戦列開始これで全てが終了生まれ変わりましょう
どけ邪魔だ
It's just funny the PC version. Almost all the bad reviews are from Chinese gamers that are calling it out for having a crap PC port. It's like, yeah, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. They're not spouting nonsense. The port sucks. It's gotten better, but it's still not in the state it should be. They improved a lot of the gameplay aspects of it, but the port is still really bad.
派手にさご清聴ありがとう
邪魔だ
As much as we complain about Unreal Engine, pretty sure if that game was on Unreal Engine, it probably would be a little bit more playable.
どこ見てんだよ全部消えせ
Unreal Engine's just a case-to-case basis thing. There's some great games like Hi-Fi Rush that were like, I had like no problem with that game at all. Like, awesome port. And then there's stuff like the FF7 remake that like could barely run it. The system requirements they had were nowhere near enough. The shader compilation stutter is just like really bad as soon as you got out into the slums. Good old shader compilation stutter. It's when your video game stutters like a parrot and doesn't work right. And depending on the kind of game it is, it can kind of make it unplayable. At least the FF7 remake, that issue mostly happened when you're out in the city, which there's like not really any combat in there. It's mostly exploration and narrative. There's nothing wrong with that, of course, but I just find it funny that they dropped such a terrible port. I think that's like the worst thing about when they sell out to Epic. It's the absolute worst thing, is that it absolves them from having Steam reviews.
わかりました。
Oh, I can just use my actual character right away? That's pretty damn cool. I didn't like the previous roguelike mode where you couldn't use your actual character until you got like pretty much towards the end of the run. That's pretty nice. So for those of you who play on PC, what was the best and worst PC port for you this year? Because there's been some really good ones and some really bad ones. For me, best PC port would be what I'm playing right now, Hi-Fi Rush. Probably the best PC ports. Worst would be Wo Long by a landslide. So I've had pretty decent luck. The Hi-Fi Rush, this PC port is also really good too. You put a lot of effort into it. It's like actually worth using. Actually, all I really use the mobile port for now is just to cache, because the cache shop is easier to use. Cache shop, plus I don't get cash back if I cache on this game on the PC port. Got like $5 cash back, so that was a decent amount of money I saved.
末はただ一つです。あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。今回も完璧な車線でした。
私は指揮官の翼です。指示をお願いします。この一撃で全身のカラスバこの程度じゃ
僕が計算した弾道から逃げられるものなどいません。僕が計算、あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。僕があなたたちの結末はただ一つです。今回も完璧な車線でした。
私は指揮官の翼です。指示をお願いします。先人の退きなさい。
ごめん。
この一撃で
僕がそれは全てのつもりであなたたちの結末は
私の指揮官からすまよ。私の刃になってください。この一撃で
ごめん。
自分のカラスバ
僕が計算した弾道から逃げられるものは諦めた方がいい。今回も完璧な車線でした。
I should have took Rosetta. This is a group of losers right here. The ones who were power crept. This chick has always been useless. I've used her like twice. Oh man, that's not the S rank I wanted, man. Deep troll. Deep troll. Oh well, we'll continue that later. Let's play some Wo Long. Make sure I did everything. As you can see, I bought a couple cash packages. Let's see, where is she? She's like my strongest S rank now. Almost 7.2k combat power. Triple S. Going any farther than that is like whale material, and I'm only a dolphin, so... And the only reason I did it this time was because I got an early dupe. So I basically got 3 copies for the price of 2. So I figured I might as well get the other half. But yeah, she's pretty much my strongest character now. Second strongest is him. He's like one of my favorite characters to play, the gun kata and everything. I really like him. But yeah, I'm pretty much saving up now. This next patch is a saving patch, and I'm going into this one with a little bit more than usual because I'm not spending any more black cards at all. Going into full saving mode, so hopefully I can get... He's getting a new... This character's getting power crept in 2 patches, so like 2 months and some change. And you know how much I like male characters. I'm not into this kind of stuff. I like male characters. Like this guy is cool too. So I'm gonna try to get maybe SS3 of Hyperreal. Anyway, let's hop off there for tonight. I can't even finish the dailies right now because my stamina's not back because I didn't go on at the normal time I do, so we're gonna hop off that game for now. Yeah, that new roguelike mode is pretty cool. I think it's a lot better than the previous one just because you can actually use your character. The last one only let you use trial characters, so... I don't know, it's a blessing and a curse, I guess you could say. It's like, on one hand, you could try out characters you didn't have, but it didn't let you use the ones that you actually owned and built up. And pretty much until you got to the end. It's like, cool, thanks for letting me use my actual OP character in the last, like, 10 minutes of gameplay. It was kind of a dick move. I don't understand that reasoning. Like, you can use them, but by the time you can... I mean, it's like in a roguelike. If you only get overpowered in, like, the last boss. It's like, cool, I don't even have any time to enjoy it. I don't even have any time to enjoy it. The game's over. I should upgrade these, huh? Alright, let's go do that. I got enough grind bits to do it. Hasn't wanted to give me a 4-star bow.
さて始めようかの。
damn it. How long is this level? It's been like fighting like all the mini-bosses at once. That sucks. A little too careless at the beginning there.
始めようかの
Yeah, sure, let's try again. Experience. How's the game feel now? Considerably better, but the PC port is still awful. They have done absolutely nothing to this port that I've seen anyway.
始めようかの
But the gameplay is a lot better. I haven't gotten to the new content yet because I rage quit this game because of the port. I have to use third-party software to play this game because it doesn't like E-cores. So I can't exactly say the port is good if I have to use third-party software to even get the game to function. But yeah, everybody pretty much unanimously says this is like how the game should have been. There's supposed to be another balance patch this supposed to be another balance patch this month. Hey, what platform are you on? Do you want to play? I'm on PC, obviously. I don't have a current gen console. If you're on PC, squad up if you want. Jump, jump! Damn it. I don't know if that's the end of the level. Started playing really bad against the monkey. Can't get mad at that. That's my fault. That's not bullshit. That's my fault.
始めようかの
No hard feelings game. I'll try this like one more time. Hey, are you on PC? Would you be willing to help me if you are? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I'm like on one of the levels with the gimmick boss, so I was like kind of hoping I could get some help, but
始めようかの
you don't have to log on if you don't want to. Re-downloading the game, yeah. I think a lot of people are coming back. It's the first playthrough, yes. I'm like halfway through the game. First playthrough. I got like 4 hours into this and I couldn't take the gameplay anymore. They added an extra spirit bar to every weapon, instead of just giving you one, which was part of the problem, was that you only had one bar, right? So the gameplay was very one-dimensional. It was still fun to parry stuff, it's just... there wasn't really any punishes. You only had one bar. That's why a lot of people like the gauntlets. Because... the gauntlets actually had 2 bars. They made the R1s a lot better as well. They have like much less recovery, and they do more damage. So the game doesn't evolve into just parrying and pushing triangle, which I thought was just super boring. There just wasn't any sauce or depth at all. Yeah, with Team Ninja action RPGs, I always tell people, you're completely warranted to uninstall. You're completely warranted to uninstall after you do the first playthrough, because these games, all of them are the same, right? I've played all these games, all their action RPGs. They're all the same. Like when the game first releases. You know, it's nice that they have a New Game Plus, right? Because a lot of games don't at launch now, they make you wait. It's cool that they have it, but the grind for gear is just awful. It's not worth it at all. It's a legit waste of time. Like, just come back later. Play something else. Maybe do a little bit of grinding, but don't do like 80 hours of it. It's pointless. Stranger of Paradise has a terrible first playthrough. I don't blame anyone for dropping that game. The first playthrough is just awful in Stranger of Paradise because they have an MMO power level mechanic thing, and it just makes it so it doesn't matter what you put on your character. The only thing that mattered was the number. So it was very boring. Just wasn't anything to the first playthrough. I don't know why they decided to add that. I felt like they should have added that on like the second playthrough, so it actually had a purpose. It's kind of just And there's no decision making at all. These games are always light on builds and stuff on the first playthrough, but Stranger of Paradise was just the worst. It's like, yeah, as long as the number goes up, that's like the only agency you had. Which is just weird because that game has the craziest builds out of any Souls-like. Out of all of them, like that game just has insane stuff that you can do. But you gotta go through the first playthrough, and then the first DLC was trash. It really didn't add anything interesting. The second DLC was kind of like this game, where it added like the endgame content, and they didn't really change the combat that much. It was mostly the same. The gameplay of Stranger of Paradise was in a much better spot at launch than this was, so it doesn't have that going for it. And it's like, hey, the game is actually good now. It's just... First playthrough of Stranger Paradise is just boring. I think one thing this game really nailed was the level design is so much better than all their other action RPGs. Because you can actually jump. The level design is, like, actually interesting. It does suck to have to get the flags to, like, you have to deal with the morale system and stuff, which I don't like, but I think they did an amazing job with the level design. It makes more sense. You know, in the other games, you can't jump, right? So, you have, like, little wooden fences and shit, and, like, ladders that are, like, only, like, a couple prongs on it are broken, and you have to go all the way around. In this game, it's like, no, you can just jump up there. There's very few invisible walls as well. So I think that's one thing that really ruins video games that have a lot of verticality and, like, jumping. Like, it's like, if you want me to jump around and explore, then don't put invisible walls everywhere. Because that just makes me not want to bother exploring. You have to do it again? Yeah, I heard about that. Stupid. Ouch. Rip. Yeah, they really need to change that. No one likes the morale system in this game, and the flag should be like a one-time thing. For sure, I definitely empathize. The morale system is just interesting because it's supposed to make the game more accessible, right? The thing is that it does for the first playthrough, but then the people that are hardcore, that actually play the game more than once, they hate it. Because they have to do it again. I totally would not be surprised if the decision to do the morale was totally to get better launch day reviews so that people could finish the game and not be super sweaty and everything. That's probably the reason. flags are like, it is satisfying to collect them, admittedly. It's just you shouldn't have to do it again. It should be like a one-time only thing.
わしらをしのぐか
The morale is just weird because it doesn't seem like it does much at first, but it basically makes it just trivializes the game. That's the problem with the roguelike mode, is that if you have a good start, it seems like you can just get so much morale that you can just kind of stomp everything.
よっしゃまずは俺から行かせてもらうぞそうきたかまだまだ食らったうちに入らねえ本家に伝わるは虎の猛勇策思う存分暴れろ
Well, see, the thing about video games now is they want the first playthrough to get good reviews, because that's where most people are going to stop, right? Especially you consider the year that this came out in. This game came out at the beginning of this year, and it's just been non-stop big games. And this game actually had a decent amount of hype around it because it was one of the higher profile games that they had on Game Pass this year, right? Game Pass this year has not had many large releases. They had Starfield. They're going to have Yakuza Gaiden as well. But, like, the only, like, megaton I think they really had was Starfield. So, there were a lot of people that were excited because, you know, hey, this is, like, not a super massive budget game, but it is a larger budget. It's obviously going for, like, a larger audience than normal. But yeah, everything is about making the first playthrough that anybody can get through it, which is what people found out about Final Fantasy 16 was that they basically made it so the game is just so easy because they want everybody to get through it and they want to give it good reviews. And if they make the game hard, whether it's a good hard or an artificial hard, that part doesn't matter. But they want reviewers, be it either professional reviewers or people like me that I'm not professional. I definitely don't make a professional salary for sure. But you know, people ask for my opinion, right? I'll sit through a frustrating game if I know it'll get better later. But these days, if there's any semblance of challenge or difficulty, people will give the game a bad review. So I really feel that's why they've taken the training wheels off this game. It's just interesting to me because one of the biggest complaints about this game was that it was worse than Neo in every way, right? The game didn't really feel like it had a lot of identity. It's like, yeah, this is just worse Neo. about Hi-Fi Rush is it was like a really good game. It was also original as well. It wasn't just another game with, you know, guys with guns, right? It was actually like really fun to play. But it also had like one of the best PC ports this year. So I think that definitely helped its case for me. It was definitely one of the best games I played this year. That was a new game. I played older stuff this year as well, but for a new game, that game just knocked it out of the park. Had an original concept, and the port, they actually put fucking effort into it, and it wasn't a shit port. As a PC gamer, I'll definitely will give things a pass if it actually fucking works. This year's been kind of a mess, train wreck for PC ports. It's like, oh, there's been so many good games coming out. I'm like, yeah, how many of them actually work well on PC? Not many. Most of them barely function. It's also really cool how the studio has basically been saying, like, you know, hey, it's cool that we can make a different kind of game now. We don't need to just keep making horror games. Which is good to see, because typecasting is definitely a problem.
手抜いたら怪我じゃ済まねえぞ。来い。そうきたか。まだまだ。孫家に伝わるは虎の猛威。策。思う存分暴れろ。こっからだ。本当の見せ場ってのは。
Yeah, I guess it was found out that they review-proofed Final Fantasy 16, so that basically like anybody could finish it, and that's why it got such good reviews. I definitely feel like they did that with this game too, but it ended up not mattering because the PC port was so terrible. That was all anyone was talking about. But some people like this game just the way it was before. You know, they weren't hardcore into Neo. This game is pretty accessible, which is a good thing. It's just they dumbed down the game, right? But then the game is not accessible because it runs like shit on PC. It's like, maybe you got more people to play it, but you know, you have this game on Game Pass, so you're gonna have people outside of your normal demographic playing it, and the first thing that they're gonna say is this runs like garbage, and they're not gonna give it a chance. They're not gonna buy the DLC. They're not gonna recommend it to their friends. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's when they put games like this on Game Pass, obviously it's to make money, right? Of course. It's like the first thing that they're trying to do is make money. But they're trying to introduce the game to people that wouldn't normally play it. And they'll play it because it comes with their subscription. It's just funny to me that they dumb the game down, but then it's inaccessible for a technical reason. Like, the port sucks, so people aren't really going to want to give it the time of day. It's like, you know, you can play Neo 2 from the same people, and it runs way better than this. It's a lot harder to get into because it's not as accessible as this game, but still, that part doesn't matter as much. It would have been better to put that game on Game Pass, honestly. Because that actually has a good port. This doesn't. Goes to show how out of touch businessmen are. Like, oh, this game, your previous game was too hard. We need to dumb it down so more people will play it. But then we still put a crap port out that no one wants to use. No one wants to play it on PC. It doesn't matter that it's on Game Pass. There's plenty of other games on Game Pass that don't run as bad as this does. You're not paying for the game, much less likely to want to fight with shit like that, right? I fought with this game because I paid for it. Like, the average person on Game Pass is gonna see this stutter like crazy and, like, just uninstall it, right? I don't know, all I remember about this game when it came out, like the normal person opinion, the normie opinion, meaning not people like me that have put hundreds of hours into other Team Ninja action RPGs, easily, you know, like 500, 600 hours into these games. The only thing I heard anyone talking about was how badly it ran. And here, you know, the comments that the Neo community say, which I agree with, because is that the game is really dumbed down and just didn't have any depth when it came out. You know, that's limited to the hardcore community, right? But, like, all the news articles were saying was that the game, it doesn't run well. It's like, well, if you want to appeal to a broader audience, you should have an actual good port. You can play Elden Ring right now and it runs better than this game. You could play any of the Souls games. Play Neo 2. Same people. The exact same studio. And just play the game, right? Your opinion on the game is pretty much just whether you like it or not whether it runs well on your $2,000 computer. I don't know. It's interesting how these companies will just not prioritize the game actually running well, and then wonder why, you know, it's getting bad reviews. It's like, well, it runs like shit. Elden Ring had its problems as well, from what I heard, but he fixed it. That's all that matters. Reminds me of Batman Arkham Knight. Like the same thing, right? They made a garbage port that was so bad that nobody could run it. Even people who had, like, really heavy computers. And they had to stop selling it. And I think it's pretty funny that they didn't actually really even fix that game. They fixed it a little bit. But mostly fixed Batman Arkham Knight on PC was pretty much just that computer parts got better. Gaming components got better. That's like the only thing. Oh, I need 40 for that one, huh? Damn, I didn't notice that. Alright, anybody on PC want to help me get through this next part? I greatly appreciate it. So I know it's a gimmick boss that's coming up next, and I'm well known for not liking gimmick bosses. I'm on PC, this game doesn't have crossplay, so very segregated player base. Probably not too many people that played this on PC. I don't know, maybe there were more than usual because of Game Pass, but like I was just saying, I'm sure people hopped off really quick because of the bad port. I would not put it against anybody to not want to play this. There's only so much patience. The thing I can't stand about this PC port, there's two things that are really bad with it. The first is that if you have a 12th or 13th gen processor, like what I have a 12900K in here, right? I should have no problem running this. If you don't turn off your E-cores, the game stutters to the point that it's unplayable. Especially a game like this, where parrying is such like a big focus. You can't play it. You gotta turn off your E-cores. I have to use Process Lasso, and I have to pay for it. I have to pay for that monthly just to fucking play this game. The other thing, there's a bug as well, where if you're on 120 FPS, and the frame rate drops past a certain point, like 90 or 80, the game goes in slow motion. And it happens a lot when you're around fire like this, so... I like legit won't play this. I won't play this level on 120, because it's just asking for trouble. Damn.
私も参ろう。ほど手強いとは。胸もう持たぬ。今は引こう。
Damn it. Fuck. I haven't fought this enemy before, so I gotta learn as I go here. I tried the longsword, yeah, I just don't have a good one right now. The longsword is really fun. Yeah, they definitely have made the, they've made the weapons a lot deeper as well. The new weapons are both, like, have way more stuff going on. I hate these guys. I hate how slow they are to attack. I gotta get used to the rhythm. I'm gonna summon somebody else here. Maybe I can get a human to help me. I'm gonna fight all these bosses 800 times anyway, so... I don't really care too much. I will play this again for sure. It's definitely in a better spot now. I don't, like, hate the game anymore. Somebody just joined. I wonder why it froze. You don't want to commit to buying the DLC? I'm check out videos of it. I'm definitely not the person to check out because I'm still in the first playthrough. Well, the season pass is on sale right now, so I would say if you have the spare money, you should buy it. But I don't know what your finances are like. Have you paid your bills? You got groceries in the fridge? I think it's worth 20 bucks. Especially now that the second one is out. But I guess it depends on what your finances are like. I paid for this a couple months ago, so was a good investment. I think it's worth it. Yeah, the first DLC was not very well received, but this new one, people really like it. It's pretty much just Stranger of Paradise all over again, because the first DLC for Stranger of Paradise was terrible. And the second one was like some of the best DLC I've ever played, because I got like legit like 180 hours out of it. I don't know, Team Ninja season passes are usually heavily weighted towards one part of it. There's always like one part that is like so much better than the others. That's how it's always been. Whoa, it's hit me. Trying to drop something for the panda. There's Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 had some decent DLC, but the thing about that game is the frame rate is terrible, so I hopped off that game. I regretted buying the season pass for that game. That game just had some really weak action RPG stuff. The gear was boring. The progression was boring. It just, it didn't hold my interest for long. Which sucks, but also just, if you think this game runs bad, ooh boy. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is like consistently like 20 FPS. That's unplayable. Well, if you're If you're in here while I'm playing this game, you're more than welcome to join. I'm not really buying any big games this month. My gaming budget for this month went towards PGR because they have a really busted character in this patch, and I paid for 2 dupes. So I'll probably be playing this mostly, or new games anyway. Playing old retro games right now too. I don't do co-op that much because I mostly play single-player games, but I'm down to play with viewers if I'm playing something that's co-op. Played a lot of Neo 2 with viewers back in the day. A lot of viewer matches. There's ways to get your character back if you want. They don't have save editors for Neo 2, but they do have, like, a trainer. You can you can edit your loot and stuff, your gear, if you want. I don't know if you want to do that, but I did that. I did that on PC, because I played that game for, like, 300 hours, so I didn't see a reason not to. The PC version's got some mods as well. There's actually really cool mods for that game. Like gameplay mods, like you can use a lot of unused moves. You can have more of them mapped than what you normally can. And those aspects are really awesome. There's also a randomizer. I haven't really looked at the randomizer yet, though. Should level up, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I recommend Skills Expanded. That's a mod that basically makes it so you can have more moves available at once. Also some unused moves as well. It's like actually really fun. There's also one that just makes loot drop like Diablo. Like the quantity and quality of the loot that drops is way better. So if you want to get a specific thing and you don't just want to cheat for it, that's also really fun to use. Especially for the hidden books. Like the books that give you more moves and stuff. I did not want to do that grind again, so I put that drop quality mod on. And I got him pretty quick. Because you're not going to get anything out of doing that again, right? It's just a... I wouldn't call it a mindless grind, but it's a difficult grind. It takes too long. Especially if you've already done it before. I had to kill Ren Hayabusa. It must have been like 200 times for him to drop his loot. I'm like, fuck if I'm doing that again, man. I did it legit on PS4. I'm not doing that again. So that's really nice to have as well. It doesn't have too many mods, but the mods that it has are like really good. Especially if you put a lot of time into the console version, because it took like a year to come out. It's worth buying for the mods alone, I would say, because you just get more stuff that you can do with the combat.
この辺りに何かありそうです。 気を引き締めよう。勝利は目前よ。これほど手強いとは。
Yeah, I knew that this was a gimmick boss, so I didn't want to do it solo. Gimmick bosses are shit. Every Team Ninja game has to have a boss like this that completely obstructs your view and is not fun to fight. Every time... I didn't know it came back though. It stayed dead because I can't stand bosses like this. Boss fight should be illegal. I can't see anything. Why do they always make bosses like this? Bosses like that. Every Team Ninja game needs at least 2 of those. It's like, yeah, this boss is not fun to fight. It completely fucks with the camera. I think it's actually kind of worse in this game because it's so parry focused. You're looking for like like a limb to move, right? But when it's like a non-humanoid, it can be really hard to read. Oh, cool. Got Genji in the party, I guess.
大教よ、お主の父は
It's the same as it is. My name on here should be able to find me. If not, I can give you the friend code thing. Now, see, the thing about this game is you have to get the flags again, right? And you're gonna fight the bosses a bunch of times, so I'd like to learn their moveset, but I don't really mind being carried just because I'm gonna have to do all this again. Okay, I got your request. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Yeah, don't log on for my sake. Don't log on for my sake, but yeah, I'd appreciate that. Oh yeah, if you don't want to play right now, that's fine. It's pretty late. No pressure. Unless you want to get me through this next main mission. But only if you want to. No, the game's in a much better spot now. It's just the PC port is still terrible, so I don't think they deserve too much credit, but gameplay-wise, they've improved the game a lot. They put out an apology letter for this game, like, recently, basically apologizing for the game being bad. And they actually did pretty much everything that they said. Team Ninja doesn't always have the best launch dates for their games, but they do listen to feedback. And given how many of these games don't, I think That's how they've earned my my goodwill. Because I've had to buy pretty much all their games. The only Team Ninja game I got as a content creator was Neo 2 for PC. I paid for the rest of them myself, so I don't even have that kind of bias going for me. It's like, they don't always get it right away, but they do listen. You always have to wonder how much of it is just being forced to put stuff out too early. That's probably a big part of it, for sure. Would not surprise me at all. They have a pretty good track record of improving their games. Except for the PC ports. Ironically, it was found the same problem that this game has with the efficiency cores not being utilized properly is also in Stranger of Paradise. So I went back and reinstalled that game, and that game ran so much better after that. The engine is just fucked. Though they did promise to fix the port as well. I'm like, man, I'll believe it when I see it, because you sure as hell didn't fix Stranger of Paradise. That port is just a disaster. Like, I don't know, man. Actions speak louder than words. The second crappy PC port that they've released. I need to start seeing some action. I don't even know how they will fix it. I seriously wonder how they will fix it.
この国を統べる帝王が持つ伝国の玉璽よくぞ取り戻しさあこれで祝賀に何か聞きたいこと
また来るのじゃぞ。
Yeah, the first DLC was very poorly received. Just, it wasn't the improvement that people wanted, but just like the last game that they made, which was Stranger in Paradise, they got their shit together. They got their shit together, and now it's, now it's actually the way it should have been, except for PC performance. It's definitely not there yet. Luckily, there's workarounds. I think they have made some minor improvements to it, but playing at 120 FPS is not really viable, especially in a party. The game will go into slow motion, so even if the game maintains being above 60, it I don't know. It's like slowing down a video, pretty much. It's very weird. 120 FPS right now is kind of only viable. It's kind of only viable when you're playing solo. The content just wasn't much. It's kind of just playing through the game again. I'll give this game this much. The level design is the best it's ever been out of all the action RPGs they've made. The level design in this game is really good. Just the fact that you have a jump button makes things so much better. Level design in their previous games is always just so easy to meme. I mean, there's a part at the beginning of Neo 2 where there's a ladder that's had like 2 or 3 prongs, I guess ripped out or something, or it's broken. And it's like, it's within arm's reach. A person that's not an athletic half-demon could climb up there, right? With minimal effort. You'd even just get like a stool and climb up it. But no, you gotta go all the way around. It's just... You had to have a lot of suspension of disbelief with the level design in their previous games. It just made no sense. It's like, I get that you don't want to have a jump button, but at least the obstacles should make more sense, instead of, here's this fence, this wooden fence that's, you know, goes up to like maybe the top of your forehead. But you can't climb over it, even though your character is obviously very agile to be fighting all these big demons and shit. Like, nope, you gotta go all the way around and find a key. This game does away with pretty much all of that. There's like barely any invisible walls either. So I hope if they make more action RPGs, that they'll take the level design from this game, where the obstacles actually make sense. You know, the door is locked from behind, or there's a switch that you need to push, or something like that. And not just, you know, there's like a forehead length wooden shabby fence that you can't just jump over. You gotta go all the way around and take 10 minutes. I think that's one thing about this game that nobody can really complain about, is like actually the traversal in this game is really fun. The double jump adds a lot. The fact that you can jump at all adds a lot. And they didn't double down with like invisible walls either, because that's like one of the problems that a lot of games have now, is they're so scared of you breaking the game that they put in invisible walls everywhere, to the point where you might as well not be able to jump at all. I think this game actually gives you a lot of freedom. It adds a lot to the combat as well, because you can get the jump on enemies and stuff. The fact that you can jump is really cool. The game had its shortcomings, but level design was never really one of them. It sucks that you had to keep getting the flags over and over, but at least it's engaging to get them. I think that they listened. There's less memeable level design in this game compared to any of their other action RPGs. There's a part in Stranger of Paradise where it's like just small rocks blocking a path. And it's like a toddler could get over that, right? They're not even sharp rocks. You could do it barefoot. But your guy can't jump or go over the rocks, so you gotta go all the way around. It's just like, come on, man. If you're gonna give us a super-powered character that can't jump, at least make the obstacles impeding progress make sense. But, yeah, level design in the previous games was not the strong point, for sure. That's because they didn't put any effort into things that could, you know, logically impede a character like this that can do crazy stuff. Alright, I guess no one's gonna join. No one's joining. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Rise of the Ronin, I'm not sure on. Seems like them trying to appeal to normies even more than this game does. And also, like I said a while back, if they want to appeal to normies, then make the game not run like garbage, because no one's gonna care. It doesn't matter how much you dumb it down. I think that was the shame about this game, was at launch is just so dumbed down compared to Neo, right? But then, like, it also runs worse. So it's like, What incentive was there to play this over Neo 2? There wasn't one. Neo 2 is harder to get into. It's definitely not a casual-friendly game, but it worked. It'll be funny if they just repeat the mistakes of this game and don't take optimization and performance seriously. It's like it doesn't matter how much more you try to appeal to mainstream. I think that game is probably going to be PS5 exclusive though, so that should give them a little bit more of an excuse. It's anyone's guess though. The big thing these companies don't realize is that normies are starting to care about frame rate now, right? It's not just hardcore gamers that care about frame rate. It's just straight normies care about it now. They really fucked up releasing this game in the state that they did. Especially because they had so many eyes on it because of Game Pass. It's like, yeah, most of them probably rage uninstalled, and I can't fault anybody for doing that. Totally warranted. The guy took a pot shot at me. Rip run. Require assistance. Thank you. Hey, your little buddy's back there. Yeah, it's everybody hates that about this game. They made the recovery a lot lower. There's less recovery. But it's still not enough, and it's mostly just because of all the armor in this game. There's a lot of super armor in this game, which doesn't really mesh well with giving you long animations you can't cancel out of. It's very common, well-documented complaint. I don't know of a nice way to put it. Yeah, the hyper armor doesn't really work well with long animations. I don't know why they have the game designed that way, because it's like in Nioh 2, right? The way that it worked was that there were long animations. The difference was that you could yokai shift and yokai ability at any time, so you were never stuck in an animation. You had to be more resourceful, but you were never stuck in an animation. In this game, you kind of just are. It's one of the worst things about this game's combat. It never at any point feels like you have full control over your character. That's what I really liked about Nioh 2, is that you had like hidden ways to cancel long animations and stuff, so if you wanted to end early or defend yourself somehow, you had a lot of options. This game you kinda don't. I mean, they said that they want to make the game more responsive. One of their apology things that they talked about, so maybe it'll happen. Who knows? Anyone's guess. I think they're aware that their core game design was very flawed. To put it nicely. Very flawed. Broken even. Go as far as saying it's straight up broken. It's just weird to me how unpolished this game was, considering it's the first Team Ninja game to be on Game Pass. So it has like exponentially more eyes on it than just people that like hardcore action games. Then like the game design wasn't good and the PC port was not good either. It's like, what were you expecting to happen? Of course it's gonna have a below average reception when you don't have good game design and the PC port is so bad that people playing for free on Game Pass aren't gonna want to bother. I guarantee you there are thousands of people who uninstalled this game. You might have liked it enough to stick around, but it just ran so poorly that they dropped it. Can't fault anyone for flushing this game at launch. There's no DLSS, constant stuttering. Thing would make your computer turn into a jet engine for like no reason. I've said this before, but people are more likely to give poorly performing games a pass if they don't pay for it, right? if they pay for it. If they don't pay for it, they're just gonna play something else, which is just the whole point of Game Pass, right? Is there's a bunch of games to play. Maybe they're not like all the most high-profile mainstream games, but they do have like new games to play. I don't think anybody's gonna exert like a ton of effort to playing something like this. Well, it's basically, there's 2 full chapters after this, and then you fight the final boss, so I'm more than halfway through, or like 60% complete.
何か聞きたいこと。命の
Get rid of some junk in the inventory, and I think I'm gonna sign off for tonight. My depression was really bad today, so I don't feel like overexerting. That's just gonna make things worse. I'm gonna go disassemble some stuff, and I think, I'll see if I can get a party. If I can get a party quick, I'll keep going, but I mean, it's mostly people not in America that are playing right now, so I guess it depends on how long they keep going. Try to get a match. If I can't get one, then I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I got rid of a cool 100 of them. It's 1:25 a.m. in California. Oh, cool. Got a bow. Haha, nice. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, folks. Yeah, you can, here. Let's get you in the Discord. You can bug me. You wanna play it, like, not ass o'clock. Just, hit me up in the Discord. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some rest. So, hopefully I don't have another depresso espresso day. Should probably try to get some rest. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys, probably hop on in the morning if I can. See you later.